This is Jackie with thecuttingedgeculture.com, and I'm here with Omar from Hit the Lights. You've recently signed to Razor and Tie Records.
Yes,
what created the, or what was the impetus for the jump?
We actually have been talking to them for a couple of years, and our A&R guy Adam has been a fan of the band, surprisingly, for a little bit. And when they found out that we were label-less, they hit us back up, and we went to New York and met up with them and realized that there's a great team of people over there, and signed.
Very nice.
Yeah, really happy about it.
And so, you recently released an EP, Inthekeyofchange.
Is it coming?
Turn it the right way, Omar.
I don't
There
know what to do
you
with my
go.
hands.
There you go. What were some influences on that EP?
As far as musical influences go, like for the EP and for like the record, there's 4 different people in the band that write music, so it's like influences are coming out of every corner of music, which is pretty amazing. This has definitely been like the most collaborative thing that we've ever done, like music-wise, like in the band and outside of the band. So
Yeah, it helps when you press record, Jack. It's all good.
is it all good?
It's all good.
You're all good.
It's been a long day. So, are you one of the 4 music writers?
Yes.
Okay. And is the EP sort of the, in between? We haven't released anything in a while. Let's give you a taste.
Yeah, definitely. And it was also, like we were planning on doing this tour, and like we hadn't released music in a couple of years, so this is definitely like a little teaser before the album comes out the end of January.
Okay, so that's the official.
Yeah.
Is it all finished, or are you still?
It's all mixed and it's all mastered, and it's so funny too because it's like we feel like we've been telling people for years that it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna have a new record out in the spring, and then the spring would happen, and we still hadn't recorded it. And then it's like, oh, we'll have it out in the summer. Like,
yeah, when I ran into you in the summer, you're like,
yeah,
we're almost done recording it. I'm like, okay, so it should be soon, right? Yeah, that's gonna be soon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Which that process, I mean, like, for, signing to Razor and Tie and then getting in the studio with, like, 2 producers, the process was, like, actually pretty quick. But, like, the writing and it's been, like, another thing. It took, like, 2 years to make it. But if we hadn't gone through it, then we wouldn't have got a lot of these songs that are on the record and songs that we've been most stoked about. So. Do you mind?
What's the title of the album?
It's Inthekeyofchange.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. What were there any major influences on that, or was it?
Born in a damn barn.
So funny. You mentioned that you have 4 songwriters, and so are those influences from everyone also seen on the entire album?
Yeah, definitely. There's like there's a little something to everybody in it, and it's like it's because of that it was like a very fun process to make. Come on. Giving it a little. Yeah.
There you go.
Born in a goddamn barn.
Sorry, you're doing it.
It's all good. It's all good.
I'm sorry. This man is the greatest person in the whole world. And I mean that.
I agree. I read that you've worked with a lot of different bands on this album, from members of The Starting Line, Rocket to the Moon, Yellow Card, Newfound Glory. That's true, correct?
Yeah, definitely. A lot of that process was going on when we were on Universal. They like hooked up like a lot of co-writes for us, and they asked us if that's something that we'd be interested in. And at the time, we never really did it before, and we've only written songs with each other, so like that was like something really appealing, and learned a lot like in like that process, like working with like a bunch of songwriters that we grew up listening to and really respecting, and yeah, it was like amazing, like working with Ryan Key, working with
I don't want to be extra. Fucking go in. You just go fucking.
I love my job. That's what the edit button is for.
Ugh, hate doing work.
That's what the edit button is for. It's all good. Are any of those, you mentioned Ryan Key, are any of those bands, can you hear them? Are they guest vocalists, guest guitarists, or just or co-writers?
Yeah, just like co-writes.
Okay.
And really, the only song that is on the record that we ended up co-writing, I think, is the one that we did with Ryan. And it's a really cool song, and it's like, we like went into that process going like, listen, like we could write like a rager, like, you know, like you guys write ragers, like I can write a rager, but let's like do something a little bit different. And the song that we ended up doing with him is definitely like something like pretty unlike what we've done before. So it's pretty amazing. Like sit and like.
What's the name of that song?
How did we end up calling that? I could sing it to you, but I can't remember what we called it.